DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. I want y'all to understand that in life, when you set big goals, if you're an ambitious individual and you got these really outsized aims that you wish to accomplish, you're going to spend a whole lot of time, of course, having not achieved those goals. We know that because it's going to take you a long time to get there, right? A lot of effort and a whole lot of other things that you probably don't even know you're going to need in order to reach those goals. But it's another thing that you're going to have to deal with that I want to talk about in this video, and that's frustration. It's the inevitable frustration that comes with the fact that you have this, you know what you want to achieve, or at least you got some semblance of an idea of what you want to achieve, but you're going to spend all this time having not achieved it, not because necessarily it takes that much time, but because you're going to try a whole bunch of stuff that's just not going to work. You're going to go through periods where you get a new idea, like, okay, this could help fast forward my success, and you're going to do that thing, and it's actually going to send you backwards. You're going to take some process that you were 100% sure was a foolproof process, implement that process into your work, and it's not going to do anything for you. You're going to invest time that's not going to produce a result, money that you're not going to make back. You're going to put your attention into things that end up being a waste of time, but you couldn't see it in the moment that you were doing it. You're going to put your focus into stuff that's just not going to produce for you. And you're going to put a whole lot of energy into things that for whatever reason, they're just not going to work for you. Even though they worked for somebody else, even though you see somebody else using the exact same thing that you were using, it's working for them, but it's not working for you. You're going to see people who are in positions where they could help you deciding to help somebody else, or deciding to co-sign somebody else, or deciding to go with somebody else, signing somebody else, putting somebody else on their team, hiring a different person, buying somebody else's product, and you're looking at them, the person who got chosen over you, you're looking at yourself and you're like, wait a minute, everything I got is better than this person. I've been in the game longer than them. I got better material, I have better results, I got better. You just think you're better from top to bottom than this other person, but they are the one who got the win over you in that certain situation. And there's no real explanation for it. And that's going to lead to frustration. That's going to lead you to maybe some dark moments, some dark periods. Sometimes when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and looking at your own work, and you start questioning yourself, questioning your work, questioning everything you've put into this, and asking yourself, did I do the wrong thing? Did I choose the wrong aim? Did I choose the wrong industry? Am I the wrong person? Do I need to tear everything down and start over from zero? And you may have already done that by the time you even get to that thought. I want you to understand, I'm not here to tell you that there's a specific solution to it. All right, that's not what this video is for. I'm here to let you know that that frustration is part of the process. That's part of the game. You are going to go through that, and it's your ability to deal with that frustration that determines whether or not you'll actually even get a chance to even come close to reaching that goal. Because anyone who has a large goal, they're going to go through that frustration. So the question becomes not, can you avoid the frustration or not? That's impossible. All right? If you haven't hit that frustration point yet, it's probably because your goal is not big enough, or you just ain't been chasing it long enough. Okay. The question is, can you deal with it and keep going and keep moving and do whatever you got to do with yourself internally to stay positive, so you can keep pushing towards whatever you're getting to? Because what happens with most people who set big goals, yes, most people who set big goals don't reach them, but the reason why they don't reach them is when they hit that frustration point, they either quit and stop going after the goal, or they say, you know what, let me just go after a smaller goal so I can at least have something that I achieved, so I can show people, look, I achieved this, I did this thing right here, or look, I achieved this, I got this done. Most people can't go through the frustration of having a big goal simply because you got to go through this long period of time where you don't have anything that you can point out and say, I completed this is done. It doesn't happen that way. I mean, you have steps that you get to along the way, but you got that big thing that you want to achieve. So as you achieve these steps, it doesn't even feel like anything to you. It's like, okay, yes, that's cool that I did that, but that's not really what I'm after. Somebody else might be happy with that, but you're not. So you have this whole period where you don't even have an accomplishment that you're looking at like, damn, I did that thing. because you got this big goal that's way up there. Most people would rather something that's a little bit lower so they can at least get it and say that they did it. And then they stop going after things. They spend the rest of their lives having nothing to strive for. But you're not that type of person. So the question that I want you to take with you from this video is, are you ready to deal with, or how are you dealing with, because you may be in it right now, the frustration that comes with having a whole lot of ambition? Because ambition doesn't mean you just do all these great things just because you thought about something. It means you're gonna have to go through a whole lot of shit just to get to it, just to get to the chance to get to it, let alone achieve it. Work on your game. Dre all day. Actually, let me tell you something. I got a book called The Mental Handbook. It's part of my Bulletproof bundle. 4 books on the mental game, my 4 best books on the mental game. Mental Handbook, Super You, Mirror Motivation, 100 mental game best practices. It's all about the mental game, dealing with that frustration, dealing with the challenges, and is written from the perspective of course, sports, as I used to play sports, to those of you who don't know. And I take that and teach you how to apply it in your life mentality. You don't have to be an athlete to get value from these books, because they're not sports books, but they're written from the sports perspective. But anyway, that's the Bulletproof bundle. You can check that out on your own at dreallday.com/BB for Bulletproof bundle. There's links to my website down below. But take that message with you. Work on your game. dreallday.com.